you had a question about keeping the horses away from the gate whenever we go to feed them. The reasoning behind why I do it is because I personally was in an accident. I got between two horses over food, got injured by it, so I'm pretty big on keeping the horses away from the gate whenever I go in, so that I don't get stuck between a horse and a gate if they get food aggressive about it. Keep them about 10 to 15 feet from the gate, just because I feel like that's a good amount of space to stay from it. And we also are big on not letting them get around each other so they don't get into a fight while we're trying to halter them. How we do that is we say the word get, and we use the word get because I don't want to use a word like back, because I don't have an actual halter on their head, so I can't force that word to make them back. So if I said back and didn't have a halter on their head and they just turned and did a 180, then they would associate the word back with doing whatever they wanted to get out of the way. So get is a nice safe word to do that. And I will that I did, if it's a later time of the day that we're normally feeding them, like today, I did go ahead and give them hay because I wanted to do the pasture before I fed them. So I don't want to make them wait if they're hungry, because that's just going to make them run around more. So I gave them their chips and salsa, as I call it, or their breadsticks, whatever you want to call it, before they actually get their dinner. So they have something in their stomach, so they're not going to be as food aggressive about it. So you want to set your horse up for success. And I will say that all of these horses do have a groundwork foundation on them, so actually teaching them this was easy. I had already gone through a certain level of groundwork with all of them. Some of them know a little bit more, but they all knew the foundation. Typically, if I want my horse to move, if they were on a line, I'd point, cluck, and then if I had a whip, I'd use that as reinforcement. So they already had that foundation. If I'm pointing and clicking, then they'll move. And I just kind of incorporated the word get to that, and I took away the clicking and the pointing because I don't really want them to go a certain direction. I just want them to get out of the way. So it's very easy to teach them this. The way that our barn is set up and the way our pastures are laid out, I find it helpful if I shut one of the doors while I'm getting the food ready. So right now they're in the back pasture. So I left that door shut while I was getting the food ready. They can obviously hear it, but they can't see it, and that seems to take away a lot of the excitableness in them, so they don't tend to run around then. And you can see they've eaten all their hay at this point. They had it probably about an hour ago. They're waiting to eat, but they're not being aggressive about it or anything, so we'll show you going to actually get them.
Go out and catch the first horse and show you how to keep them away from the gate. I just wanted to show you what the inside of the barn looks like first. All the stall doors are open. All of their food is already in their feeders. So that's ready to go, so they don't come in and get excited and have to wait. All right.
And if I do have one that's running around and being a menace, typically that's Jack's. I always take them last. I don't reward them for that behavior. Fleur is alpha, so she's probably going to run someone off if she needs to. I typically do take Queen first just because she eats slower than everybody and I don't want to wait any longer than I have to. And then we'll take Boone with her. So here's our distance. I don't have to say anything. Boone might try. Nope. So she stayed planted, so everybody's where they're supposed to be to go get caught.
So because of their foundation, that's why they're at the distance they are right now.
Get. Get. Get.
And that's the horse that I'm going to get, but you'll notice that they're all staying away from the gate. But like I said, everybody, these horses have a very good foundation on this behavior, but they're still going to act up every once in a while. So I'm going to stop filming for a second and get this guy, Boone, and they always come in the same order, and that really, really helps because then they know, hey, I'm not going to push to the front because I know I'm not coming in. I might try a little bit, but I know I'm not coming in. So Next horse in is going to be Boone, Fleur's father. That's big gelding right here. And I'm going to go get him. Hi, handsome. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. We are absolutely here to help with this. I know it's a big deal, and I know it's a lot. Have a great day.